Hi, everyone, and welcome back to the Advancement Centre. We are all pretty excited about today. There's a feeling of newness in the air that everybody can sense as I start to connect our energies and start to get connected to each one individually. Uh, as I do that, I'll probably hesitate a little because today is one of those times where everybody will need to actually feel the connection that is established when I first start. It's a little bit like chasing the fairies, but we are at that point where we can do exactly that. The everyday life is about to disappear for everyone, and the mundane will never ever be known again. This is a special time in history, even where I think it's been written for thousands of years about the Golden Age. We know we're at it, but we've never opened the door. We're about to open the door today to that Golden Age where nothing that you've ever seen before will ever bother you again. The view of everything that you've known in the past will be more than just different. It won't even apply. And everyone knows that this is the time for that to develop in their own world. Many are in situations that they don't want to be in. You watch, they won't be there tomorrow. We've been given the opportunity to all gather together and go to that point beyond everything where there is total silence, and then past that again to where it's totally exotic. And now we go past that again to where there's no real description except total elation. Every part of your being belongs there. And it's not a little place. It is expansive. And in our world, it seems like a darkness when we try to focus from our world. But as soon as we step into that world, everything is brighter. There's a brilliance that actually comes back into the physical world because we reside in our own special place. The brilliance in our eyes, the feeling around us, even what we see as an aura actually lights up the world around us. This is one of the aspects of the power of a human being that we haven't explored before. And why it's called the Golden Age is because it is a golden light that comes from everyone. And that golden light is a different sort of power. It doesn't have a description, but it is so familiar. And from that golden light comes the music and the colours that generate our being. I've spoken many times about the natural music of each person and how it determines your total makeup. Many of the masters of the music world have channeled that particular music that switches you on. Probably only some tiny parts of it are yours. But when they come, you're switched on, and that brilliance shines from you. It seems like you need something to switch it on. but in fact, it's always on. The reminder of the music allows you to harmonize with your own being. Each time we talk with one another and we move to that spot where everything is easy and bright and light-hearted and full of everything that we can't explain, we don't have to do anything. We don't have to switch anything on. We don't have to have any methods. And because of that, it takes off, as you can feel. Because as soon as they say we don't have to, your being goes, wow. And it takes a step forward. And they'll say, and you really don't have to do anything from there either. And it goes, boy. And the energy starts to go and the hairs stand up and we didn't do anything. But what we did do is have a joint interaction about something we both agree with. You don't have to do anything. So, ooh, all right. And you don't have to do anything about that either. Whoa. And here we go. We're about to fly. Whoa. And it's real. As we talk now, you don't come back. You're up there. And you're flying. And you know you're flying. And if you're not careful, you'll lose gravity. Gravity is a great word. It's really great. But it doesn't actually do anything. It's just an agreement between people that they will stay in one place. Science has developed something to explain what our agreement is in some way that says you can't change the agreement. But in fact, you can. And we just did. By doing nothing but saying, well, you don't have to do anything. You know, cool. Have all the energies, have all that excitement, have everything that you don't know anything about. The fact is, you do know about it. And you know that the most exciting part of your life is to be able to demonstrate that in this world. When I said we're opening the door to the golden age, you'll look at people now and you'll see that glow. And you'll see everyone who tries to actually close it down won't be able to find anything together because you don't need anything. You're just there. And it's only the agreement of two people. Remember, it's always been in the scriptures and everywhere, two or more people gathered in my name. And in my name is yours and mine. So two people is all you need. And you have the brilliance of the golden age right here now, all around you and around everybody that you've ever seen and ever felt. So advancement doesn't even mean anything. The advancement that we're going to go through is when we start to demonstrate in this world. So that brilliance that you have allows you to look around that big place where you are and see what you'd like to play with. See if you want to do some magic or fool somebody or make them laugh and not know why. To see that every tiny thing is amplified many thousands of times. You don't need to do anything negative, because if you do it negative, you can't get up because the whole lot just falls on you. You're not even inclined to, because it's too good the other way. Everything you pass on to anybody else is the source of your well-being. And this is how it works. It's not a logical thing. It's totally illogical. But we all know how it works. And it doesn't work through your brain. So now that we've establish that and we're all sitting there, you say, so now what do I do? Have I got to just sit here the rest of my life? No, actually, you've got to start to play with all the stuff that you didn't think was possible. Play with the magic. Feel the energies and say, they're not the right ones that I need at the moment. Let's bring on the energies that I want. Bingo. Instantly, you have the energies around you that will service you and will service everything around you. For many years, people have played with changing the clouds, making the plants grow, making a flower blossom. And it happens every now and then, and it's brilliant. You say, wow, that's a sign of something. Yeah, it's a sign that you broke through your own little barrier and access what you're accessing now. The barrier is no longer there. We've opened the door, and you don't have to break through anymore. And we opened the door by simple agreement that you didn't realize was happening. A simple agreement between two people, and there it went. The whole world changed. In all of science, nothing is pursued unless it's experienced first. Then they have to prove how it happened. And you can't prove how it happened because it's past. So they have to go backwards and backwards and backwards and tear everything to pieces and get themselves locked into a world that doesn't really exist. One they made so that they can prove something. And come the end of their life, they've proven it. They say, what an achievement. You started off, you knew it. It's not an achievement. That is a bad habit. So to have to go to the books and find out what something means, you have to go back into that strange world. And you have to desensitize yourself and make yourself stupid. Otherwise, you can't talk that low. You won't be able to get there anymore. Because we've had the agreement that open the doors that makes the brilliance of your whole life shine through your eyes, around your body, in everything you touch and look at. The brightness is the power that we are bringing into this world. And we're sitting here at the moment, and every now and then the wind comes through and it's cold, and then we strike a special point. It goes, no wind and warm. You think we're not changing the world? You can feel it physically. Every person can experience whatever they desire. Problem is, the desire has been pre-programmed. So unless you're in that golden light, the desire that you used to know is useless. If you're in that golden light, you don't have a desire. You have the ability to play with whatever comes. And because your spirit is such a light-hearted thing, being, or whatever, it's going to make you smile. It will turn your head onto anything. It will make stupidity out of the greatest things. It'll actually make you do things that you didn't think you'd even consider. And you'll find then that it actually works. Because without that leadership, we're the pre-programmed dummies of the universe. So that leadership and that assistance from all the places that we think don't exist is what makes reality the real part of everything. I can give lots and lots of examples, but we'll just be going back down into that place. So where we're going to go is further again. We're going to go into the place where you can actually call on the energies. You can call on the beings. You can call on whatever you like. The spaceships, the sun, the plants, and they'll turn up. If you think, yeah, right now, I need a tree beside me, there it is. And you can feel it. If you want the elegance of white sands and the beach and the sun, boom, you didn't have to think about it. See how fast it all is. It's not an imagination anymore. It's instant. And this is the elegance of each one of us. So as we move along with various examples, you'll see that we can actually go on a trip throughout the universe, creating whatever we want instantly, and even testing it out in that parallel world of daydreaming. And people will look at you and say, what are you smiling about? You, oh, don't worry about that. I'm busy, you know, because we have so much that we can play with. We're going to be so busy entertaining ourselves in the universe, in what we create. It's not in our minds. It's instant, it's real, and it's testable. The results of what you feel, see, will appear in the world around you. The scientists and the teachers and all those people who are in that mill of saying, we'll tell you what to do, always end up with a system that encourages something almost equal to what you are. And in that way, you can't maintain it. All you're going to do is just step to one side a little bit and go, oh, and you're in your own world and you're off. No methods, no nothing. But the suggestion of what they come up with is great to have. Gives you something to work on. Oh, I can do that. Boom. They missed something. I can do it better. I don't need to actually prove to anyone. I don't need to run around getting people to sign pieces of paper to protect who I am, because I just keep going. I don't. Because nobody can take it off me. Each person's brilliance will start to show to everybody because of that little smile on their face, or a giggle, or a grin, or something that shows that there's active outside of the mundane circuit that they're in the world. Even when you see someone walk down the street, if you have a real good look at it, you can see the beings that are trying to imitate that person walking down the road. They're invisible, you think, but you'll look up and you'll see them and you'll laugh because they're doing it all the time. Somebody's putting on a brave face and they'll stand in front of them and go, and you can see it if you look. These are all things that entertain us every minute, but we keep shutting it off because the doors weren't open. Now you will see so much, and everything is so light-hearted and amusing, to say the least, because those who think there aren't other beings around will feel, they'll feel strange because the other beings are around in their field, changing their electromagnetic field and making them feel, wow, something's not right here. And then they go, oh, you got it, you got it. Oh, right, now you can feel I'm here. And then the person walks away and doesn't even take any notice. Everyone will take notice now, because it's not just energies, they're beings. They're invisible to the physical say again, they're invisible to the eye. They're not invisible to you. So the physical eye doesn't show an image. But behind that, you can describe everything about them. It's just like you say, oh, I can't see auras. And I say, well, just shut your eyes and say, what color is it? And they'll tell you straight away. So, oh, there you go. You must have seen the aura. So there's another lot of senses that we're really working with. And this golden age is something that you really look forward to because it feeds you continually with everything you could possibly need and more. It feeds you and you don't have to do anything to make it happen. And you don't have to prove anything to feel good. You just open up and it all flows in and you don't have to do anything. You don't even have to say, oh, I can feel that or that feels good. You just open up and then all of a sudden, boom, you're way on top of the wave. You're in another place. You've got a glory of everything you've ever thought of, plus more. And you didn't do anything. And everyone says, well, you've got to be grateful. No, you don't. Enjoy it. It's what you're supposed to be. You've got to have this sort of thought. No, doesn't matter what you think. Just enjoy it. It's like, does it matter what you've got on your mind when you eat ice cream? Everything that feeds us and feeds our senses does not care. And this golden age is so powerful that anything at all can be changed in the physical world. Anything. And it's not just situations. It's body tissue. It's the feeling of what's around you. It's your elegance in a world that doesn't understand elegance. All the interaction of all the people in the world cannot affect the very thing that we're doing right now. And that's opening to the whole essence of life itself. And everything went quiet and warm. And the beauty of the universe is ours to experience. And that's not a picture. That is every part of it that we know. Every part of it that we'll ever inhabit or be part of. Because every part of the universe appears around you. This is what it's about. You're not just part of this big place. It is part of you. That sounds freaky, doesn't it? But that's how it is. What you see out there is what's all in here. And so many teachings have said you have to go inside to change things. The answer is no. You go outside and you'll feel the change inside. So you progress way away from everything until you feel the change inside. It's all reverse and it's not logical, but it's exactly what we've always known. And that's why we can move between planets, and we know we have. And it's not necessary at the end of time or at the end of your life. And it can happen to you while you're walking along, if you allow it. You'll get what you think is a glitch. Wow, what was that? But if you allow, that glitch will actually open up into another world that's there with you. Each time I need to know something, another world opens. And it's there. And I don't have to take it, and I don't have to convert it, and I don't have to bring it into this world. I was inquisitive, and it's there. This is what is available to you all. This is the game you play. You disengage the pre-programming part of your system, which is just like you get a new computer, it has that pre-programming in it, so you can start it up and get it going. You don't use it twice. We forgot to let it go. We keep replaying it, just like studying every day to get your license. So every time we move, it's all done from another place. So as we get towards the break, we've got a few minutes yet, we're going to accelerate a few things so that during the break, you'll feel like flying. You'll feel like you need to do this. And you'll feel in your physical body the excitement of what is actually about to happen. So without doing anything, we're just agreeing that's possible. You can feel it grow. And you can feel a difference around you. And you can feel something that's familiar. In that familiarity, we can dance, we can sing, we can stay in tune with our music. We can waltz out through the trees, over the hills, into another world, and find whatever we want. So I think we're about to go to a break. And I'll leave you with that and come back in about 5 minutes, and we'll keep going. Thank you. So welcome back. As we move back into the magic, you will feel quite a difference because of that small break. And so by agreement, once again, we'll just move to that comfortable place where there's nothing, and then jump ahead to where it's exotic, and then jump ahead again to that place where you feel everything. And that is where we reside, in a world beyond worlds, where we're about to experience the rest of our life. It's very easy to slip back after a few moments. But now you see how easy it was to establish yourself there again. And that golden glow, you can actually feel around your body. As you start to play with all the things that Spirit brings in front of you, you'll realize that you have access to much, much more than anything I've ever spoken about. You are able to call on energies, people, events, experiences, and even miracles without asking. This is the key to the golden age. You don't ask. You don't expect. You go with the knowing that's not deep inside you, it's everywhere around you. Now you feel it. It's a knowing, it's so active that it excites all the energies of the universe to come to your aid. And it's not instigated by thought. It's instigated by many, many things that are all connected to that hidden communication system that we've been experimenting with. The one where you know what everyone's thinking, but it doesn't matter. Where you don't have to point it out, but it's there just like all the other noises in the world. You can change your focus onto it, but it'll be fleeting moments of understanding, oh, that's the situation there, oh, that's how that is. Your focus is no longer required. In that golden glow, it's all present. And you do not have to access it. The flamboyance of your being will just start to show. And you'll wonder where it came from, but you can feel it as soon as I mention it. And it sparkles. And it wants to fly. And you'll just smile and say, I can feel it turning on. And that's all you need. That's all of us need for the perfection that we're going to bring into the world. Because it's us. What we have access to is amazing. But really, we're not interested. We're only interested in the results. Because that's how we're built. And the result is, I can feel it. It must be there. I feel really good about something. Don't ask me what it is. That's all I need. And if I smile at something and someone says, "What are you smiling at?" You say, "I don't know." That's better again. Because then you're accepting the results of that golden age that is here to open this world and all its special glories to our presence. And I said before, the universe is not out there. You can contain the universe easily, and many of them. You personally. And as you do that, it starts to nourish you with everything that you could possibly imagine. It nourishes not only your being, but your body and every aspect of your being. It nourishes it to a level where the sense of confidence in anything and everything you do, say, feel, or experience is total. Because you're a universal being. And now your logic understands you're a universal being that is everywhere. As you generate that special glow, it intermingles with the special glow of other people. And it generates massive power that you don't need to convert into electricity. You've often heard people say, "Wow, she's really electric." And you swear that's the truth. When you look at somebody performing, and it's true. And that's access to the electricity that each person can generate for themselves. Your movement within that golden glow produces really high potential in everything, including electricity. So don't be surprised if the further you go, the easier it is to throw a spark out the end of your hand and zap somebody, because you are often at different potentials, but they are very, very high. They are very high voltage to the extent where you touch an instrument and it blows up. We've got to be happy to go there instead of holding back in case we damage something. Because as we go there and different things discharge in different places, it causes a movement which balances everything, stops everything going stagnant, allows the world to move on, allows people to move on. In this brilliance, you can generate whatever you want. But at the same time, in this brilliance, you don't have any wants. And so you'll just play. And you'll even play here on Earth, experimenting with things, making things happen, enjoying what you're doing, and generally being a kid. It won't matter what age you are. That part of you that's really totally non-responsive to the sense of responsibility is the one that will change the world. In the systems of the world, the magic that you bring will make those systems either fail or improve. We had the idea that everything had to fail. But now we've opened the door. Everything can regrow. Because of the nourishment that we each get from our universal connection. So look at everything regrowing and you'll see it does. You see all the systems of the world not fail, but change. You'll see all the people in the shops enjoying what they're doing. And that strange smile you see on their face is the indicator that they've accessed that golden world that we just opened the door to, where they're daydreaming with such clarity they start to laugh without their eyes closed and without losing any focus on anything else, because focus is not necessary because you're everywhere. And as we move along, we'll demonstrate many things. But the greatest thing we can ever demonstrate is that everybody's totally preoccupied, even while they're listening. There's more things happening to each person than just me. Then we know we've got it. Then we know that the human being is starting to function properly and to make a difference in whatever is coming to them, whatever is moving through them, whatever experience they have in their connection with the tree, in their connection with everybody, in their connection with the dream, and in their connection with their body. The sensations that are available to you now are not just new, they're extensive. They're much more than any sensation you've ever had. So you will find your body trying to cap everything and say, that's enough, I can't take any more. But in fact, if you just relax and go to the next step, your body will go, wow, and get out of the road. And then it'll be so healthy, you won't believe it. Even when we were young, we thought we were healthy. You wait, see what's happening. Healthy has so many different aspects. The feeling of the birds, and there's one talking to us now, and the interaction with all the things that we know changes. Immediately we say it can. Every sense of elevation will go past your expectation. It has no limit. But that's not really a clear thing in the minds of people yet. So just enjoy, no matter how strange it is, no matter how great it is. Say, let's have it stranger and let's have it greater. To live like that is a wonder. And that has been a gift that was given to me. And I really am so pleased that we can open the door for everybody else to feel a little bit of what I feel and live it with all their heart, to the extent that they cannot understand or see how they can take any more. It will drive all the senses that you know out the door and replace it with something that is so much more valuable, but beyond definition. So each time we sit and talk, we'll go into so many different areas without saying what we're doing. And we'll open so many different doors without saying what they are. But after a while, you'll fling them all open and say, oh, what the hell? We got it all, so let's have the lot. And then it starts to flow. And we're so close to that you wouldn't believe it. I feel it, I know it. And the knowing within each person is starting to be recognized as a force. A force that I try to explain, but it's a force that doesn't push. It's a force that doesn't pull. It's a force that defies logic in every form. And it moves through anything, no matter how solid you may think it is. So that force allows you, as a human being, to bring everything back into the physical form in a most refined manner, so that there is no such thing as difficulty. All the D's, difficulty, ease, discomfort, they all disappear with a D. So just to play with one little aspect is enough for a lifetime. But you will be playing with millions and millions and millions of different aspects, all different for everyone, all mixing in the universe to create the most marvelous of all music and visionary effects. As you look at one another, you'll see more. You won't see just the physical body. You will see the glow. You'll feel the music. You'll wear the smile. And it will continue forever and continue to grow at a rate beyond anything we could possibly withstand. So we'll be almost blown apart every day for the rest of our lives. So look forward to it. It's brilliant. Excuse me. The limitations that we place on ourselves are very interesting, because we do it without reason. What's going to happen from here is each time we place a limitation on, it will be amplified to the extent where you say, I'm not going to do that again. Because you'll find yourself loaded down because of one statement or one thought, and all your golden light will disappear. And I can assure you, if that happens for more than a second, you'll stop. And you will not even consider putting a limitation on yourself again. This is how the universe works. And this is where we can look forward to the magic and miracles that come from each one of you, that we thought came from somewhere else. But in fact, it only comes from you. And it appears wherever you wish it to appear. But not through your mind, and not through your brain, and not through any movement, and not through anything you do. But through that golden, what would you call it? It's bigger than anything. It's the gift and the magic of life itself. So when I talk about the magic of life and try to display it in books, and Simeon talks about the magic and how he's involved and we interact with one another and we see all the different angles, it starts to grow because it becomes a hologram in the physical world. And you can feel the energy of it just by talking about it. So now the magic of life is our demonstration of who we are in this world. In the golden age, it really is a golden age where we all generate that golden light that supports and feeds everything everywhere without consideration and without thought. So now, if we step further forward, and you say, where are we going now? We go past what our vision is and step right into the middle of that golden light and own it as yours. And we'll do this many times until you totally own it as yours. And it feels so good. You didn't have to meditate, and you didn't have to do something you didn't have to think about. You just stepped in there and owned it. So for the next 200, 300, 400 years, you'll remember this moment where you found the door to the golden age. And each time it will be recalled. And the birds have just stopped. Each time it will be recalled, and you will know that it's the truth. So I don't know if I can go much further, but I'll keep going. We've got a few more minutes. As I deliver each one of these sessions in the future, I will be connecting to one or two individuals and bringing their light forward for you all to see. And I won't say who it is, and they may not be even in this country. But you'll know. And you'll know our capability and their capability. It will appear in front of you, and it'll be a totally different experience. And in this way, everyone will get to communicate with everyone else through the medium in the physical world. And you'll all know it's happening. This is one of the skills that I like to play with. And it's also so variable because each person will deliver a totally different array of light and music as they present themselves through my communication channels. And so besides being entertaining, it will be so helpful to everyone because everyone has a gift for everyone else. And it's in their light and their colors and their music. And it's our intention to make sure everyone receives the gift that was brought to this world for them, even if it's from another place or another world. How I do that, I don't know. I'll just have to rely on the powers that be to make sure that all comes into play. But the simplicity is that I know in a fraction of a second I can bring anybody in and display them. And I know that you understand that I'm connected with every person that's listening or watching or will in the future, or even has in the past. And so you'll wonder who I've got hold of sometimes, but you'll see and you'll feel the gifts, and they will know that they've fulfilled their purpose in coming to the physical world. So with that, I think I'll call a close. I'll say this: blessings to all of you in the most universal pattern that I know. Thank you.